Welcome back to the Tarble Arena, everyone, as we get set for Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. Augustana men taking on the Carthage Redmen here tonight. But before we get into that, we got a special guest up here in the broadcast booth, Tim Bernero, Lady Reds basketball coach, picking up the win tonight, 74-67. The final, Lady Reds over Augustana. Weren't pretty, but they got it done.
No, that's not our choice, really. The games are changing nowadays. A lot of the spacing the floor and dribbling and attacking, and I'm all for that because the freedom of movement and all the stuff they talk about. But it seems there's stuff now where they're rewarding offensive players for just diving into people. And I thought we played pretty good defense. When I get it when you try to block a shot and you swing at him and stuff, but it was a tough game to play. We were talking to him a little bit. It sounded like it was a tough game to officiate because one time I was talking to him, I said, we're just standing there with our hands up. They're running into us, and one of the officials told me he's saying that we're running into them. So we were both working both sides of that argument, and and if that was an objective. If you look at the numbers, if we'd have kept them off the free throw line, we had them completely contained because they get antsy to get there. We'll look at it again when we play them down there and make sure we've got a little bit better handle on that, hopefully. But we were good enough to win it. Playing, going down to essentially our third string point guard because Kalis backs up Harris when she does come out of the game. Both of them foul out. So we had Talber and Woodward, and then we handling the ball a little bit in the last couple minutes, which they all can do that. So I'm not afraid of that. It's just it was a little bit out of order.
Maddie comes back in grand style. 32 minutes tonight, 32 points, 11 of 17, 4 of 5 from the three-point range, 6 of 8 at the line. It looked like she had the legs tonight. She really looked like she was ready to go.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit before the game among the coaches. We were worried she might be too excited because she's such an emotional kid, and she had you take away playing basketball from her for a week or two, and she's been bottled up and wanting to play. And she was in the gym the last couple days early. She was here an hour before shoot around today. So she was keyed up to go, and she got off to a good start. She ends up, like you said, 11 for 17. There was only a couple spots where she might have forced a couple shots in the course of the second quarter. Took some quick stuff that we could have, I think we could have balanced it, got some other people going too. But she was fantastic today.
Rachel Sidlowski with 13 points, 13 rebounds. You got her on both ends of the floor today, very aggressive.
Yeah, she need, that's the next we talked about after the game with the team. We've got to get better balance. I mean, I don't know if I love our guards and I love the way we shoot the ball, but I don't know if I can be the guy and just watch it, the Paul Westhead and just launch it as soon as you get it, because we had control of the game in the third quarter, and because we can get open, we get those shots, and if you and it's tough because it's not one person taking 3 or 4 in a row missing them early in the shot clock. It's one kid gets the shot and it's a good shot and she misses it. Well, then the next kid gets one, and we've given them the green light, but there's a counter in your head where you kind of got to go, okay, this time we got to touch the paint ball somehow. Whether our post players need to be a little bit more demonstrative, getting it, and then we've got to finish it. I mean, Berrigan she was 3 for 6. She had chances that she could have got a few more. Monica was okay. I think she was going to be all right. The game just kind of changed a little bit. She had a basket taken away because she was in 3 seconds. But other than that, we just got to keep developing, the point, and that's what they're doing. That's what Augustana tried to do. They're trying to get points by the basket in the paint by getting to the free throw line. They're not as good a three-point shooting team as we are.
Well, Bailey Gilbert tonight didn't have her shot, but she did other things. Only 8 points tonight on 2 of 6 shooting, but I was impressed with what she did away from the basketball. She got 7 rebounds tonight. She also dished out 3 assists and only 1 turnover, really, and she had 1 steal, and she closed it out at the free throw line made it a 3-possession game with 6 seconds left.
And we need to start taking stuff off her plate because right now she's she's inbound the ball against the press. She's when we're with our 4-guard lineup. She's taking the best perimeter offensive player. She had Anderson to start for the start of the game and through most of the game, and Anderson was 4 for 19. And I think it's hard because of what her MO is when she first started was ridiculously great 3-point shooter. She's still that, but we've got to, I've got to do some stuff to get her more shots because she doesn't create three-point shots off the dribble. She's now gotten really good at getting to the basket and getting to the free throw line doing that stuff. But we've got to have our post players and people be better screeners and get her moving where we can get her those shots, because she needs to keep getting shots. She's still over 50% from three. But you're right, John. She's so good doing everything else right now. She's become the complete player. You know, the numbers say one thing sometimes, and at today's stat sheet, you see Caliber and she was scored 32 points, but you could go around and make an argument that the most valuable kid on the floor a lot of times is Bailey, because she does that. And obviously Harris, same way. She hasn't scored as much as she did 2 years ago, but that's because the team needs her to do the other stuff. She's again tonight, five assists, 9 rebounds. 30 minutes. That's the day off for her, because she's out there for 40, but the foul trouble kind of caused that.
Now you got a week off. Your next game next Saturday. You're hosting Knox before you head down to Florida for a pair of games the following week. So things kind of slow down here just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we got to as a staff, get organized for the scouting for those next 4 non-conference games, because we go next Saturday, then the games in Florida midweek, and then Christmas break, and then the 30th we're going to Ripon, and then right after that, January 3rd, we here. So we'd like to get our momentum and we'll get a roll going that way. Obviously, it was nice getting Maddie back, and you can't go what ifs and all that stuff. But we had chances to win 2 of those 3 games that she didn't play, and we didn't do what we were supposed to. It wasn't because we didn't have her, but it's nice to have her out there, obviously.
Just the way the strange league works here in the CCIW, Elmhurst gets Wheat. Wheat now 1-2. That's going to be a pair of 1-2 teams battling it out at first Wednesday in January, and you got to like that.
Right. That would make And you always go back to the holding serve. I mean, we've won our home game. We've had to play 2 of the 3 conference games on the road. We sure would have thought should have took care of the game on Wednesday, but we didn't. We still get those 2 teams in our building. We win those and go out on the road and start grabbing a few other ones along the way. We can still get to the to the top of the conference or in the argument. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting one, because most people had told you that Wheaton and Carthage were right in the pile with Wesleyan, and we both probably still will be. Just we got to climb a little bit, just like they do.
Now we're in the studio Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Are we going to be in with Bill in the morning?
Breakfast with the boys. Is there a jingle we can make or something like that?
Jingle or Kringle? Did
Kringle?
you say?
Yeah, we'll bring one of those too. I don't know. They can tell them to text out the orders here. I don't know. I think Bill's only request was nothing for Lenny.
I heard that. Yeah, I did hear that.
Lenny's looking for the bagels. We got to pull them from him and take them out.
We'll save some for you too, Scott, back in the studio.
Everybody, yeah, we're bringing it for anybody that's in the studio at 6 a.m. on Thursdays. Eat. So on me.
Oh, the sales staff will be lining up at 5. You can just wait for that.
I didn't know they got in that early, huh?
Oh, they will that
now.
day. Tim, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, John. Thanks.
Lady Reds with a 74-67 win over the Augustana Vikings tonight. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 just around the corner here will be the Redmond and the 4th-ranked Augustana Vikings. So the Redmond coming in after an 88-53 victory on Wednesday night, a rout of North Park to go to 6-2 on the season, or 5-2 on the season, 2-0 in the CCIW, and now we'll face the 4th-ranked Augustana Vikings. Boy, Jordan Thomas has been the fire that the Redmen have needed here of late. Thomas with 31 points in that victory over North Park, 11 for 20 from the field. Coming into the game here tonight, it was Thomas who was averaging 19 points per game and shooting 49%, and has hit for a season-best 17 three-pointers already. He's also contributed 6.3 rebounds, so he's taken up the scoring slack. Keenan Baltimore, who is expected to be part of that offensive output for the Redmen, is out with that thumb injury at least until early January. So it's been Jordan Thomas picking up the slack offensively. And then you've got the steady play so far of the big man, Brad Perry. Perry coming off a 13-point, 3-rebound game against North Park on Wednesday night. Really, the key in that game, I thought, was the play of Kamal Shazi. Shazi finished the game with 6 points, 2 for 2 from the three-point arc. He dished out 9 assists, had 1 block and 1 steal, and did not turn the ball over in that victory over North Park. Meanwhile, the Vikings come in at 5-1, 1-0 in the conference as they defeated North Central at home on Wednesday night. Their lone loss this year was in double overtime to nationally ranked UW Oshkosh. That was on a week ago Saturday, 95-89, the final in that one. Again, this is a team that went 24-9 a season ago and finished in the Final Four down at Salem, Virginia. Got into the championship game, losing to Babson in the championship game. So that's 2 Final Four appearances in the last 4 years now for Gray Giovanni and the Augustana Vikings. They are led by Krishan Orange with 17 points average coming into the game here tonight. Nolan Ebel has got 14, and Dylan Sortillo with 11. Their top scorers for this Viking team. They too are without one of their best players, perhaps one of the better, and if not the best, scoring and rebounding player in the league, Pearson Wooford. Wooford tore his ACL in the exhibition game the Wednesday before Thanksgiving in a game down in Champaign, Illinois against the Fighting Illini, and so he is out for the year. Wooford was averaging 14 points and 11 rebounds when he went down in that game against the University of Illinois. So really for the Redmen tonight, they need to match the physicality of this Augustana team for 40 minutes. You cannot take a play off here. This is a team that likes to grind it down and play with you physically. So the Redmen have to play 40 minutes of physical basketball. And I think the key also for the Redmen tonight, need to take the ball to the basket. I think with the mix of Brad Perry and also with the development of Sean Johnson now, the freshman at 6'10" and 6'11", between the two, they at least have an answer inside to the bigs for the Vikings. So we'll see if they can get themselves going here in this game tonight. So again, it's a tale of 2 different teams here. They've split the 2 games last year. The Redmen winning here in overtime, 74-70. They erased a 20-point deficit in that ball game to force overtime and pulled away at the free throw line in that overtime frame. And would need that same type of effort here tonight against this this Viking team that is averaging 79 points per contest, 46% field goal percentage, and hitting 38% from behind the arc. As big as they are, they've averaged just 4. They're a +4 on the glass coming into the game here tonight. So Redmen need to keep that rebounding total in that area to have a chance here this evening. So it'll be Carthage and nationally ranked Augustana tonight from the Tarble Arena floor. A good crowd settling in for this second game of this doubleheader. We'll pause, take a 60 break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off of tonight's game. Carthage and 4th-ranked Augustana next here on 1050 WLIP. Redmen and Vikings set to do battle here tonight on the Tarble Arena floor. Let's give you the starting lineups for the Augustana Vikings. It'll be Nolan Ebel at a guard. Ebel is 6'1", 175, a junior out of Regis Jesuit High School, Denver, Colorado. Krishan Orange will start at a guard, a 6'2", junior out of Algonquin. Dylan Sortillo at a guard, a 6'3", senior out of Bettendorf, Iowa. Brett Benning will get a start at a guard tonight, 6'6", 191, a junior out of Davis, Illinois. And Micah Martin, 6'11", a sophomore from Iowa City, Iowa, 6'11", 240 pounds in the starting lineup. Martin coming into the game, their team's averaging 6.5 points, 4.5 rebounds per contest. So Martin getting the start. Again, Pearson Wooford out for the year with that torn ACL sustained in the game against Illinois. So it'll be Ebel, Orange, Sortillo, Benning, and Martin for Gray Giovanni, head basketball coach for the Augustana Vikings. Now let's head to the scorers table and the starting lineup for the Carthage Redmen.
The starters for your Carthage Redmen. Starting at forward, a 6'4" senior from Lake Zurich High School, hailing from Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, number 25, Brad Cruz. And forward, a 6'4" senior from Northridge Prep High School, hailing from Mount Prospect, Illinois, number 32, Steve Weiser. At center, a 6'11" sophomore from Maine South High School in Park Ridge, Illinois, wearing number 54, Brad Perry. At guard, a 6'2" senior from Seton Academy, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, number 21, Kamal Shassi. And at guard, a 5'11" junior from New Trier High School, hailing from Northfield, Illinois, wearing number 4, Jordan Thomas. The head coach for the Redmen is Bosco Jurakovic.
So it'll be Thomas, Shazi, Cruz, Leiser, and Perry for the Redmen tonight under head coach Bosco Jurakovic, now in his 22nd season. Steve Jurakovic, Quincy French, Marlon Sr., the assistant coaches on the bench for the Redmen. So it'll be Perry jumping center up against Michael Martin, and the opening tip brought down by the Augustana Vikings, the 4th-ranked team in Division III in Kenosha tonight. Vikings in the navy blue jerseys, trimmed out in gold and white. Redmen in the home whites with the red numerals and red lettering. Man-to-man defense for the Redmen. They work it inside, turnaround shot off the glass, no good by Brett Benning. Rebound to the Redmen. Kamal Shaji will settle it down for the Redmen. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Cruz right side, down low right. It goes into Perry. Perry double team. Try to get it back out to Leiser. Ball tipped away by Sortillo out of bounds. Or by Nolan Ebel, I should say, out of bounds. Carthage retains possession with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Now Leiser with it high on the right with 10 to shoot. Gets it off to Cruz. Cruz with 5 into the paint. Shoveled it off to Perry. Perry going left to right. Missed. Got his own rebound back. Or I should say got it off to Cruz underneath just as the shot clock was about to expire. 2-0 Redmen. Martin turnaround shot. Partially blocked by Perry, but it rolls off the rim and in. That's going to be the battle to watch tonight. Micah Martin and Brad Perry. 2-2 your score. Cruz now high on the left. Inside it goes Perry. Working on Martin again. Turning, shooting, and no good. And we got a traveling call on Perry. Left his foot. Now the Vikings will bring it up. Ebel with the basketball. Hands it off. They'll run the weave up top. Now to Sortillo. Three-point shooting numbers are down, but still always dangerous from the outside. Shooting off the dribble and hits just inside the arc off the right wing, and the Vikings with their first lead, 4-2. A little token pressure here as Thomas will handle the basketball across midcourt. Picked up by Christian Orange. Our officials tonight, Brad Pressenton, Mark Prina, and Tom O'Neill. Thomas to Cruz near wing with 12 to shoot. Lost the dribble, now picked it up. Needs some help. Somebody's got to come to the ball. Thomas with 6, with 5, with 4. Thomas on the drive, going down the right side, rejected by Martin out of bounds. Carthage will get it with 1 second showing on the shot clock. Redmond ball. Shazi will trigger the inbound. To Thomas, off balance 3 out of the corner. It's an air ball miss. Shot clock violation on the Redmond. Not much you could do there when that ball got rejected by Martin out of bounds with 1 second left. That's about all you had. Let's try and find Thomas out of the corner. 4-2 Vikings. They have the ball, and Sortillo gives it off to Orange. Orange pull up top of the circle jumper. Rolls off, no good. Perry with the rebound. Gives it off to Shazi. Kamal Shazi down the floor. Cross midcourt, works it left wing to Thomas. Orange will pick him up, back up top to Weiser. Weiser around to Shazi. Ebel on him as he gets it back to Thomas, now working on Orange. Back in Orange down, kicked it back to Cruz. Cruz now on the drive. Cruz going hard left side, again rejected by Martin. Ball loose, Perry had it and was fouled. Both Perry and Martin hit the deck. I think the foul's gonna go on Nolan Ebel that time, trying to dig his way in there. Tripped up Perry, commits the foul. First foul of the ball game. It'll go on Ebel. 4-2 Vikings as they try and get it in. Weiser tips it out to Cruz. Cruz now to Shazi. 9 assists in that last game against North Park. Thomas, open 3, got it. Left alone on the left arc, all by his lonesome. Jordan Thomas able to knock down his first triple tonight. Redmond back up 5-4. Near steal as Sortillo settles it down. Gets it to Micah Martin. Martin now to Sortillo. Trying to set the screen for Cruz. Cruz did a nice job reversing off of that. Inside it goes Martin, and Martin traveled with the basketball. Wanted to work down Perry in the paint that time. Felt Perry's presence on his back and slid into him before he put the ball down, trying to initiate the contact. Weiser to Shazi. Shazi across midcourt. No look pass to Cruz. Laid up, missed. Rebound Perry, and was fouled by Micah Martin. Shazi with a no-look pass had Cruz coming down the left baseline. Cruz unable to finish. That's uncharacteristic of Brad Cruz. But Perry, in battling for that rebound, got fouled on the stick back up by Martin. Martin's first. Team fouls now at 2, and Perry's free throw rattles out. Perry just 1 for 4 at the line Wednesday night against North Park. Second one settles in. Redmond back up by 2 here, 6-4, 3.5 into our contest. Ebel reversing right to left, back out to Orange for 3. That one's no good. Battle for the rebound. Martin comes away with it, throws it way up to midcourt. Tracked down by Ebel, now off to Sortillo. Now to Orange, near side Ebel. They get the screen from Micah Martin, now shoots over the screen, in and out, no good. Rebound Shazi, clears it out for Carthage. Shazi across midcourt on the dribble, back to Cruz, to Weiser trailing. Weiser fires the 3, that's an air ball miss. Weiser just 1 for 2 shooting the 3, 1 for his last 11 shooting the 3 ball coming into the game. That was a bad shot. Substitution here coming off the bench is Lucas Simon. Simon, 6'5", sophomore out of Chicago, Notre Dame. We got a whistle and a foul. Perry working on Micah Martin underneath. And Perry picks up the foul with the forearm in the back. That's the first on Perry, first on the Redmond as a team. Weiser will come out. Jordan Vetter, the transfer from Indiana University South Bend, in for the Redmond. 6'4" Carthage, Sortillo, free throw line jumper. That's no good. Rebound goes into the right corner, picked up by Saji. Good job by Perry to screen Micah Martin away from that basketball. Now Shazi dumps it down low left to Perry, able to finish low left. Shazi got bumped around a little bit, still found a way to get that pass away and off to Perry. Perry with 3 points. Martin underneath, nice look inside and the finish. Roman Youngblood. Youngblood, the 6'9" sophomore out of Davenport Assumption. 8-6 Redmond by 2, 5 minutes in. Perry now top of the circle, works it off to Shazi right wing. Shazi thought about the three, reloads, then lost the ball. It's on the floor, taken away. Back by Vetter though, and now they're gonna call Vetter for a walk. He was prone on the floor, digging around for that ball, got it, and then tried to sit up and pass it off to Shazi. Tom O'Neill right there, calling the travel. Derek Mason will check in, the 5'10" guard out of Grays Lake for the Redmond. He will replace Kamal Shazi. 8-6 Redmond, 14:50 to go, first half. Orange with it now. Between the circles, gets a screen set by A.J. Dolmeyer. Dolmeyer coming off with 11 points, got a whistle and an offensive foul. Roman Youngblood got tangled up with Brad Cruz, who was trying to fight his way through the middle and was held up. Carthage ball here in the backcourt, leading by 2. Cruz working on Sortillo. Flips it back to Vetter. Deep three, straight on, in and out. And rebound pulled down by the Vikings as Youngblood got it. Back out for the three by Orange. No good, deflects off of Dolmeyer out of bounds. It'll be Carthage ball. Austin Elledge will come in now, replacing Sortillo. And Nolan Ebel returns, replacing Krishan Orange. 8-6 Carthage. They threw it away on the inbounds. Trying to get it to Cruz. It was stolen that time by Youngblood. Now 3 on the way, good. Nolan Ebel, timeout Redmond. 32nd timeout, 9-8 your score. Augustana back in front by 1. Redmond 3 of 9, 1 of 4 behind the arc. Augustana now 4 of 10, 1 of 3 behind the arc. Redmond have out-rebounded Augustana 8-4 here in the early going. Redmond with 3 turnovers, Augustana with 2. Vetter, Thomas, Cruz, Mason, and now Sean Johnson, the freshman in now for the Redmond. Johnson 6'10", out of Notre Dame College Prep in Chicago. Vetter will get it in to Thomas. Thomas now. Working the trap, breaks the trap to Cruz. Cruz across midcourt. They have Vetter in the left corner, didn't see him. Now Cruz will slide off to the left. Gets it off to Derek Mason. Mason pulls up, top of the circle. Missing, rebound, Johnson trying to dig in after it. Couldn't come up with it. Dolmeyer does for Augustana. They break in transition down the floor quickly. Up and in over the left side, Lucas Simon. Simon got past Cruz below the free throw line. Cruz was just late getting back. Transition bucket for Augustana. They lead by 3, their largest lead. Now Thomas pulls up. 10-footer left side. That one's no good. Rebound pulled out of there. Again in transition. Basketball all the way, laying it in. Nolan Ebel. Got to stop the dribble. So just like that, 6 straight. Vikings are up, and now an offensive foul on a moving screen on Brad Cruz. Brett Benning will check in now, once again, replacing Youngblood. Steve Leeser back in for the Redmen, replacing Jordan Vetter. 13-8, largest lead of the game here at 5 for Augustana, 13-10 to play. We're in the first half. Largest crowd of the season so far for Redmond basketball. Simon with it below the arc. Dumps it back. Near travel as the ball was deflected on the return pass. That time from Elledge back to Simon. Cruz with the steal. Back to Johnson, who traveled with the basketball. Kind of got that pass on his right hip and tried to bring it around to get it in a shooting position and walked with the basketball. So Krishan Orange back in, replacing Simon for Augustana. 13-8. 6-0 run here for the Vikings. And they work it inside. Now the pass broken up by Weiser, but back into the hands of Elledge. Elledge takes the dribble back up top, around to Krishan Orange. 8 to shoot. Orange got around Thomas. Back out top. Ebel alone for 3. In and out. The rebound pulled in by Cruz. That's the problem you face when you try and pack it down. Try and take away the bigs inside. You park either Sortillo or Ebel out on that three-point arc. Now Johnson with it. Working on Dolmeyer. Backing Dolmeyer down. Leans in with the left hand. Rolls off the rim, no good. Rebound Ebel. Quickly to Krishan Orange. Orange had it poked out from behind by Kamal Shazi. Nice job by Shazi. Able to pick his pocket. Shazi, who did not play last year, transferred in from Concord University out of West Virginia. Sustained concussion, and now we got shot by Derek Mason, and we got a foul before the shot. Foul will go on Ebel. That's his second, 4th team foul. Perry back in now for the Redmen, replacing Johnson. Micah Martin also coming in, along with Sortillo and Simon. 13-8, Redmen trail by 5 as they'll inbound. Mason with it, back to Shazi. Now to Cruz. Cruz's pass intercepted by Simon, outlets to Orange. Orange down, missed the layup. Cruz did a great job in recovery to get back defensively. Forced Orange to change up his shot going up right. Now Cruz the other way, count it! And 1 for Brad Cruz. Cruz getting it done on the defensive end, able to negate the layup by Orange, and then gets the ball back on the offensive end and able to finish for the three-point play. Free throw on the way, short. Grazed iron, Micah Martin with the rebound. 13-10 Vikings, 11:15 to play first half. Sortillo now to Simon, back to Orange. Bursting around right side, back to Sortillo. Penetrates, poked out of there by Mason. Picked up by Shazi across midcourt. Shazi now waiting for traffic to clear. Dumps it down low to Perry. Perry over Micah Martin and lays it in. Great job by Shazi to lead Perry to the right block. Beat Micah Martin to the spot, went up and over Martin for the layup. 5 for Perry. Redmond to within 1. Orange now to Simon. Back out to Sortillo on the wing. Sortillo penetrates, pulls up at the free throw line short. Nice box out by Cruz as Shazi able to get the rebound. Chance for the Redmen to reclaim the lead here as we approach the midway point of our first half. Mason with it. High on the left, feeds Perry. Left baseline, backing down on Martin. Nowhere to go, back out to Mason. Into the right corner it goes to Weiser. Weiser feeds Perry again. Perry this time on the right block. Turns, baby hook over Martin, crawls off the rim. Hit the rim 3 times and rolled off. Rebound cleared out by the Vikings. Orange bumped off, unable to finish, but will get to the line to shoot 2. Mason getting back, committing the foul. That is his first. 3rd team foul on the Redmen, and at the line will be Krishan Orange. 65% at the line coming in. Orange missing the front end. It's a 73% shooting team at the stripe. As Jacob Pogles will check in for the Redmen, replacing Brad Cruz. Joe Kellen in now for the Vikings, and now the officials stopping play here. Conversation with the officials in the scorers table here. Now we got it set. One more toss here for Orange on the way, and that one rolls around and down. 1 for 2 that trip. 2-point lead for Augustana, 14-12. 10 minutes to go here in this first half. Shazi being hounded by Simon across midcourt. Simon trying to poke it away. Shazi staying with it. Great job of ball handling here by Shazi. 15 to shoot here for the Redmen. Perry trying to get in position. Shazi will shoot over him, missing, and the rebound pulled down by Kellen. Simon down the right side. Simon around Weiser. Simon to the left side. Threw it back behind him, and it was intercepted by Mason. I think he thought Orange was going to jump up into the right block, but did not. But Mason on the steal. Gives it off to Poglis. Poglis to Weiser. Inside to Perry. Perry on the left block, working on Martin. Turnaround, shooting over Martin and hitting. Tough shot by Brad Perry. Timeout, Augustana. 9:13 to go here in the first half. We're tied at 14. Gray Giovanni, red in the face, giving it to his team in the huddle right now. Redmond 6 of 17, 35%, 1 of 6 behind the arc. Vikings 6 of 15, 40%, just 1 of 4 behind the arc. Redmond a plus on the glass, out 11 to 10. Each team with 6 turnovers. 9:13 to go here in this first half. We're tied at 14. Orange, Benning, Martin, Simon, and Kellen for the Vikings. Shazi, Weiser, Perry, Mason, and Poglis for the Redmen. Simon hands it off. Kellen back up top to Orange. Around the Martin screen, back out to Martin. Now gets it to the right side. We got an offensive foul, moving screen in the paint. Benning that time, making contact with Perry in the paint, commits the foul. Blazer is still on, Giovanni, not anymore. Here it goes. Let's see where it's going to get tossed. No, going to hand it off. Thought, look out, third row. That might be where the Blazers going. So if you had 9 minutes to go in the first half for the Blazer toss, you win the lottery tonight. Mason down low to Perry with the two-hand flush over the front of the rim, Brad Perry. Redmond back up by 2, 16-14. 8.5 to play here in this first half. Now with it is Kellen. Inside Martin, got around Perry, count it, and 1 for Micah Martin. Got Perry off his feet that time, did a nice job. Work his way around Perry. Perry with the lean-in foul, his second. Sortillo back in there now, along with Ebo for Augustana. The and 1 upcoming for Micah Martin. That one is off, no good. Rebound Weiser, we got a lane violation. Weiser getting in early. Looked like both he and Benning got in the paint together. So Micah Martin will get the extra toss and makes it. 17-16, Augustana. 8:20 to go here in this first half. Redmond playing hard here. Staying with the 4th-ranked Augustana Vikings. 5-1 on the year. Their only loss to nationally ranked Oshkosh last Saturday in double overtime in Oshkosh. Perry sets the screen for Shazi. Back inside for Perry. Out of bounds off of Micah Martin's leg. Perry tried to battle that loose ball as Martin tipped it away, and it went off the right thigh of Micah Martin, out of bounds. Carthage possession with 8 to shoot. Thomas back in now for the Redmen, replacing Kamal Shazi. Carthage to inbound, left to the basket with 8 to shoot. 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Up top it'll go to Jordan Thomas. Thomas to Derek Mason. Mason, 3 on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Vikings. They'll clear it out quickly. Ebel down the floor. Ebel on the dribble drive through the paint, circles back to Sortillo, back inside Martin. Got a whistle and a foul on Perry. Perry picks up his 3rd. And now Sean Johnson going to be called upon here to try and take control of Micah Martin inside. It was before the shot. So Perry hits the bench with his third personal with 7:46 to play here in the half. Vikings will inbound underneath. Youngblood will get it in to Orange. Orange to Martin. Martin around Johnson, lays it off the glass too strong. In his battle for the rebound, Martin called for the foul. Martin picks up his second now as he battled Weiser underneath for that loose ball. Substitution here for the Vikings as Donovan Ferguson will check in, a 6'9" sophomore out of Downers Grove South. That's the 7th team foul now on Augustana, so free throws for the Redmen and Steve Weiser. Weiser 6 of 9 at the stripe this year. Had a couple of clutch free throws a week ago Saturday, late in that ball game against Illinois Wesleyan, misses on the front end of the bonus. Martin able to clear the boards. And we got a ball tipped out of bounds by Pogales. Vikings will retain possession in front of the Redmen bench. Leading by 1 here. Going to the backcourt to Abel. Working on Thomas. The Sortillo up top to Orange. Krishan Orange. They set the screen, screening away Mason. Now the ball back in the hands of Ferguson. Down low, left block it goes. Youngblood trying to go up and over. Weiser missed. Sean Johnson underneath. Get it away. Redmond will bring it down. Mason will work the point now. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas now. To Sean Johnson around the left side to Mason. Mason pulls up in the paint and hits the teardrop. Little floater just below the free throw line. Mason able to pull up and hit. 18-17 Redmond. Orange with it now. Through the top of the circle. Below the free throw line now to Ferguson. Back out to Sortillo. Sortillo gave up the dribble, and we got a whistle away from the play and a foul call. Underneath, it's going to go on Donovan Ferguson. Too much body on Pogales that time. Inside. 8th team foul now on the Vikings. Malsaji will check back in now for Derek Mason. 18-17 Redmond, 6:35 to play here in the first half. Weiser with it high on the right. The Shazi top of the circle, worked over by Abel. Nearly lost the dribble, gets it back to Thomas. Thomas now. Back to Shazi. Travel. Well, Crowhop shuffled the feet, left the floor before he put it down. Travel call. Orange will come out. Checking back in is Kellen. Also back in Dolmeyer. He is replacing Benning. Check that, he's replacing Ferguson. Vikings down 1 here. Sortillo back around to Ebel. Ebel trying to get around Thomas. Scoops it off left side. 20-footer Benning, good. 19-18, Benning his first 2 points tonight. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Vikings up by 1. Pogales to Weiser. Right side it goes, Thomas. Jordan Thomas, free throw line jumper on the way, in and out. Halfway down and pop back out. The rebound cleared out by Sortillo and the Vikings. To Ebel. Ebel flips it off into the corner, deflects off of Shazi, and then off of Kellen. Double tip. Kellen last to touch, it'll be Redmond ball. Eighth turnover committed by the Vikings. Redmond have 7. 5:25 to play here in the first half. 19-18 Augustana. Redmond trying to hold serve here on the home floor. Start the conference season 3-0. A couple of co-champs from a year ago. Pogales pulls up, jumper on the way, air ball miss. Benning with the rebound. On the floor to Sortillo on the left wing. He'll bring the dribble back up. Now inside Dolmeyer. Backing down on Johnson. Reverse hook with the right hand. No. Johnson with the rebound. Good job controlling the body that time by Sean Johnson. Kept the feet planted. Forced Dolmeyer into that hook shot. Thomas now to Johnson. Back to Thomas on the right wing. Above the right elbow, now gives it off to Shazi. Shazi puts it on the floor, spins, leans in with the left hand, missed. Follow-up is good by Sean Johnson. Johnson with the tip in, low right, off the miss by Shazi. Redmond back up by 1, 20-19. Good job by the freshman out of Notre Dame Prep. Inside Dolmeyer, back to his basket on the left block, turning. Another right-hand hook, this time a rattle around and down over Sean Johnson. Got it in a good spot that time. Johnson unable to move him off that left block. Dolmeyer able to use the hook that time to make the shot. First 2 points for Dolmeyer. 21-20 Augustana, under 4 minutes to play here in the half. Weiser now gives it off to Thomas. Thomas between the circles, backs it off near the center circle with 10 to shoot. Mismatch there as the big man was on him. Thomas fires up the three. Johnson with a rebound. Offensive board for Johnson, reloads to Weiser. Now Shazi driving in top of the circle, lost his footing, fell down, 2 players down. No foul call, back the other way come the Vikings, and Ebel blocked by Weiser and then called for the foul. Weiser with the foul, got position underneath. May have gotten him across the arm. Ebel will stand at the line, shooting 2. Boschko can't believe it. As Ebel hits the first of 2. Cruz will check back in for the Redmen. Also Ferguson in for the Vikings. Krishan Orange checking in as well. Second free throw on the way for Ebel is in and out, no good. Battle for the loose ball through the hands of Johnson, picked up by Shazi. 2-point lead here for Augustana with 3:15 to go. Weiser around to Sean Johnson. Gives it off to Cruz. Those fluorescent shoes. Cruz fouled before the shot. They can give him 2. 1 and 1, says Mr. O'Neill. Second foul on Benning. Youngblood in now, along with Simon. With Cruz at the free throw line. Cruz 2 for 4 tonight, 4 points. His first trip to the line. One is up and in. Redmond 2 for 5 at the line. Augustana 3 for 5 at the line so far. Second one on the way, good for Cruz. 2 for 2, ties the game at 22 with 3:05 remaining. Simon, Youngblood. Now to Sortillo, back to Orange here on the wing, guarded by Shazi. Trying to fight through that screen set by Ferguson, and we got another offensive foul on a moving screen. It's going to go on Youngblood. That's his second. 10th foul. Now Cruz gives it off to Weiser. Weiser now, top of the circle, back to Cruz. Shot clock down to 16. Thomas with it, high on the left. Guarded by Orange, nearly walked with the ball as he got the pass off to Cruz. Now Cruz on the floor, spinning, and traveled with the basketball. A little bit out of control that time was Brad Cruz. Wanted to make a move starting at the top of the free throw circle. Spun his way into the paint and traveled with the basketball. 9th turnover committed by the Redmen here in the first half. 2:25 to play, tied at 22. Very curious game here. Orange pulls up over Johnson and hits. Krishan Orange, the 6'2 guard. 3 points tonight for Orange. 24-22 Vikings. Shazi across midcourt. Shazi going all the way, coast to coast, lays it up and in. Oh, what a move by Shazi. like weaving around a couple of 10 pins that time. And Cruz taps the ball out of bounds. Let's see who to go off of. Went off of Cruz. Sortillo tried to chase it down. They say Cruz was the last to touch it. The Vikings will inbound out of the corner, right side. Get it into Simon. Simon now back to Sortillo. Sortillo pulls up, three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. Tipped out, top of the circle, picked up by Thomas, 3-on-2. Thomas to Cruz, unable to take advantage of the numbers there. Now Weiser with it, top of the circle, hands it back to Cruz. 1:35 to go here in the first half. We're tied at 24. Thomas, open three, right wing, got it. Jordan Thomas, who's been red hot over his last 5 ball games, able to knock down that triple. Thomas now with 6. 27-24, Redmond by 3. Sortillo off the right block, no good. The follow-up, no good. On the follow-through that time by Ferguson. Back the other way comes Weiser. Weiser, floater off the left block and draws the foul and will get to the line to shoot 2. Steve Weiser, head shoulder fake, then floated one up off the left baseline. Able to get the foul on Youngblood. That's his 3rd. All this happening while Micah Martin sitting on the bench. Weiser's free throw rims out. Ebel, Martin, Benning with 2. Youngblood now with 3. Perry on the bench with 3. Got that with about 7.5 to go here in this first half. Going to sit the bench here for the final 65 here. As Weiser goes 1 for 2 at the stripe. Dolmeyer will check in now. He will replace Ferguson. 28-24, largest lead of the game at 4 here for the Redmen. We go under a minute to play. Dolmeyer at the top of the circle. Gives it off to Christian Orange. Orange again will pull up, shoots, and hits. Back-to-back buckets by Christian Orange. He now has 5. .37 seconds to go here in the half. Thomas with it. Almost traveled, gives it back to Johnson. Now back to Thomas on the left wing, guarded by Orange. Now to Cruz. Right side it goes, Shazi. Shazi pulls up over Simon and hits. Just inside the arc at the right elbow. Shazi over Simon. 15 to play, shot clock dark. Augustana will play it for 1. Redmond will have a lead here at the half. Simon out near the center circle. 4 with 3, down to 2. Orange got it away and it will not count as it hits the rim and falls away, and the Redmen by 4 here at the half in Kenosha. Carthage down by as many as 5 here in this first session. Take a 4-point lead into the locker room. It's the Redmen 30, Augustana 26. On your home for Redmond basketball, AM 1050 WLIP. We'll take a 2-minute break. Yeah, I lost power here. Redmond up 4 here at the break, 30-26 against the 4th-ranked Augustana Vikings. John Weiser with you at the Tarble Arena. As the Redmen got an early lead, went up 8-4 on a Brad Perry layup with about 15 minutes remaining in the first half. That was an 8-4 lead, but then the Vikings went on a 9-0 run. go down 8-4, and we're leading 13-8 thanks to a Nolan Ebel three-pointer and a layup by Ebel. Locus Simon added a layup in there too, and it was a 13-8 Viking lead by 5, but then Carthage started to whittle it away and regained the lead 16-14 on a Brad Perry dunk on a Derek Mason assist with 8:44 to play. But then about a minute later, Perry picked up his third foul and left the ball game. And then either team led by more than 2 over a 6-minute span into the final 2 minutes. And then Carthage began to pull away here as Kamal Saji got a layup to tie the game at 24. Thomas hit a wide open 3 off the right wing. That put the Redmen up 27-24. Then Steve Weiser went 1 for 2 at the free throw line to build out a 4-point lead. Krishan Orange answered with a jumper with 48 seconds left, but then Shazi, a little pull-up shot, able to score with 22 seconds left. The Vikings had the final possession, but could not get a shot away as time expired. So the Redmen leading by 4 here at the break, 30-26. As we take a look at the numbers here in this first half for the Redmen, they go 12 of 28, 43%, 2 of 9 behind the arc, 22%, and 4 of 8 at the free throw line. Meanwhile, Augustana, 11 of 26, 42% as well, and also 1 of 5 behind the arc and 3 of 5 at the line. Rebounding totals, Carthage out-rebounding Augustana in that first half, 19-15. Each team turning it over 9 times. And the Redmen getting 4 steals in that first half. Individually for the Redmen in that first half, it was Brad Perry with 9 points, the leading scorer, despite picking up that third foul with just over 7 minutes left here in the first half. Perry with 9, 6 each for Jordan Thomas and Brad Cruz. Thomas 2 for 7, both of those made threes. Cruz 2 for 4 for his 6 points, also 2 of 3 at the line. 4 points for Kamal Shazi. Shazi 2 for 4 from the floor. He also has 6 rebounds and 4 assists so far. 2 points for Derek Mason, 2 points for Sean Johnson. Vetter played, did not score. Pogles played, did not score for the Redmen in that first half, and Steve Weiser adding just 1 point in that first half. Again, the Redmen 42.9% on 12 of 28. Augustana, they were led in scoring, a very balanced score sheet. 6 points for Ebel. Ebel 2 of 4, including a 3-pointer. 5 points for Krishan Orange. 5 also for Micah Martin. Martin picked up his second personal foul shortly after Perry left the game, and then Martin exited and stayed off the floor the final 6.5 minutes. Martin 2 for 3 for his 5 points. And 2 points each down the way for Sortillo, only 1 of 5 shooting. Benning 1 of 2. Simon 1 for 1 for his 2 points. Youngblood 1 for 1 for 2 points. And Dolmeyer off the bench for 2 points. As we said, each team with 9 turnovers. Redmond 7 points off of the 9 turns by Augustana. The Vikings with 10 points off of the 9 Redmond turns. Redmond outscoring the Vikings in the paint 16-12. And second chance points, a 6-0 lead for the Redmond in that category. Again, rebounding. Redmond out-rebound Augustana 19-15. Leading rebounder was Kamal Shazi with 6. Sean Johnson with 4 for the Redmond. Leading rebounder for the Vikings. Got 5 players, each with 2. Ebel, Sortillo, Benning, Martin, and Kellen, all with 2 boards for Augustana. Your score at the half, Redmond 30, Augustana 20. We'll pause, take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at scores around the CCIW when we return here at halftime. Redmond up 30-26 on 1050 WLIP. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena. The Redmen up 4, 30-26 here at the break. Some other scores in the CCIW men's side tonight. One final in already in league play. Wheaton by 3 over Elmhurst, 98-95 in double overtime this afternoon at Elmhurst. So the Wheaton Thunder rebound with a win after dropping one to Illinois Wesleyan on Wednesday night in a close ball game. In Cedar Rapids, non-conference game, Co defeats North Park 77-69. Down in Naperville tonight, Illinois Wesleyan is leading North Central 44-34. That game in the second half, about 5 minutes into their second half down in Naperville. The other game tonight is Carroll at Milliken down in Decatur. If you're with us earlier, the Lady Reds picking up a win tonight as they knock off the Augustana Vikings. The first game of our doubleheaders, 74-67. Lady Reds now 1-2 in league play, 5-3 overall. Augustana falling to 5-2 overall and 1-1 in league play. Division III football playoffs this afternoon, the semifinals, and it was Mount Union in Oshkosh today. Number 2 Purple Raiders against the Titans from UW Oshkosh, and the Purple Raiders hang on for a 3-point win, 43-40 over UW Oshkosh. They will face University of Mary Hardin Baylor as they knocked off Brockport today, 24-0 the final in that one. So what is this, for about the 7th time in the last 9 years? It's an all-purple final as Mary Hardin Baylor and Mount Union will battle it out next Saturday in Salem, Virginia in the Division III football championship. Well, in Redmond, following tonight's game, they will have a week off. They will be back playing again on the 16th next Saturday. They'll make the trip to Grand Rapids, Michigan to take on Calvin College. We will not have the broadcast as they will take on the Calvin Knights at 4 o'clock from Van Noort Arena in Grand Rapids. And then they get back late Saturday night, board a plane very early Sunday morning for Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where they will play a couple of games in Miami next Monday and next Wednesday, the 18th and 20th. December 18th, they'll take on Washington and Lee University. We will have that broadcast for you beginning at 5:45 on Monday night, the 18th. Then on Wednesday night, the 20th, that'll be a 7 o'clock Central Time tip. It'll be the Redmond and Southern Vermont. Redmond then will return home, have a extended break before they return to action on the road at Naperville against North Central on Wednesday, January 3rd, and then wrap up that 5-game road trip at Illinois Institute of Technology on Chicago's South Side on Saturday, January 6th. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip. We will have that broadcast for you here on 1050 WLIP. So this is just the 4th home game for the Redmen this year, and they are 2-1 here at home, as they lost to Lake Forest College 71-65 back on November the 18th. Their only home loss. So this will be your final chance to see them in person until second week of January, Wednesday, January 10th, when the Redmen host Carroll University. Well, let's see if Carthage can keep the momentum here, leading by 4. Again, the storyline will be Brad Perry will start this second half with 3 personal fouls. So we'll see how that plays out. I thought Sean Johnson did a pretty good job while he was in there. Played 10 minutes, splitting almost the entire half here with Brad Perry. Johnson in 10 minutes of play, 2 points, but 4 rebounds on 1 of 2 shooting. I thought he held his own a couple of times on Dolmeyer, forcing Dolmeyer to fade away hook a couple of shots, missing one, hitting another. So I thought the development of Johnson is going to be key here going into the second half. They will need him in the post. And Hervetter, the 6'7" transfer from IU South Bend, It's only 3 minutes of action. Hoisting 1 3-pointer and missing. So you got to get him going as well. Carthage will get the ball to start this second half, working right to left. As Bosco likes to say, the first 5 minutes really the key here in this half for the Redmen. Each team huddle around their respective coaches here. Weiser, Thomas, Shazi, Perry, and Cruz for the Redmen to start this second half. For the Vikings, they're starting 5: Ebel, Orange, Sortillo, Benning, and Martin. Weiser will trigger the inbound at midcourt to start this second half. Gets it into Shazi. We're underway here in the second frame. 30-26, Redmen by 4. Now the poke out by Orange, got it away from Thomas. He'll lay it up and in. Redmen turn it over on the first possession of the second half, and Orange makes them pay. 30-28. Now Shazi to Cruz. Cruz now working on Sortillo. Down the right block, leans in with the right hand, crawls off the rim, no good. Martin and Cruz. Cruz took it away from Martin, and then fouled by Martin in frustration. Martin came up with that rebound, but then dropped it below his shoulders, and Cruz tried to poke it away, got him tied up momentarily, then poked it loose. And in the scramble, Martin commits the foul, his third. So now Martin with 3, and Perry with 3. Cruz front end of the free throws missing. One more for Cruz. Makes the second. 1 for 2. Lead back out to 3. 3 on the way by Sortillo. That's off. Rebound pulled down by Shazi. Redmen will dictate the pace of play here. Vikings tried to run out and transition on them a couple of times. Redmen now will slow it down just a little bit here. Perry shooting over Martin and hits. Brad Perry with a fist pump on the way down the floor. He has 11. That'll be the battle to watch now with each player with 3 fouls. Orange high on the left. Around the Martin screen, pulls up at the free throw line. Banks off, no good. Followed it up, missed with the tip. The rebound, Shazi. Got to screen out the shooter that time. Shazi with Ebel on him. Gets it to Thomas, middle of the floor. Thomas on the drive around Orange, trying to go high off the glass, missed, got his own rebound, shovels it back to Perry, couldn't finish but drew the foul. Had both Sortillo and Martin there. Let's see who got the foul. Micah Martin, that's his 4th. So Micah Martin now picking up his 4th foul. He's going to have to come out barely a minute and a half in to our second half. Perry missing the front end of the free throws as Dolmeyer now spells Micah Martin, who sits down with 4 personal fouls. Add Perry's second free throw. That one's good. 1 for 2 that trip. Perry now 2 for 4, has 12 points. 34-28. Ebel penetrates, skip past to Sortillo, left corner 3, good. That's what they do best. Penetrate, then kick to the 3. Sortillo with the triple. That's his first behind the arc. 1 for 3 tonight. 2 for 7 on the floor. Thomas for 3. That one's no good. Rebound pulled in by Benning. Benning quickly down the floor. Back to Ebel. Now works it off to Orange. Left side Ebel again, guarded by Weiser. Working on Weiser through the paint. Kick to Sortillo in the corner to Dolmeyer. Back up top to Orange. Now gets it around to Benning. Back to Orange. Orange with 7 to Sortillo. Floats in. Air ball miss. 2 for 8 now from the field is Sortillo. Redmond come down with it. Saji with it. Works it off to Cruz high on the left. Back to Weiser. Down to Shazi, trying to lead Perry, and too far. Turns it over. Looking to get Perry down low that time, working on Dolmeyer, just overlet him. 11th turnover now, second one committed by the Redmen here in the second half. 3 minutes in, 34-31. Redmond by 3. Ebel now. Gets it to Sortillo, blocked from behind by Cruz. Picked up by Shazi. Back to Cruz now. Cruz spinning. Kicked it back out to Shazi. Cruz with the return pass from Shazi. 15 to shoot, working the near wing. Step back 3, no good. Rebound Sortillo to Ebel. They want to run the floor. Ebel fouled by Shazi. Shazi limping. I don't know if he got a Charlie horse there, if he got a knee in the thigh or not, but trying to walk it off to the sideline, and officials are going to stop play. Not sure if he got a knee into the thigh or if it's a cramp. Carthage training staff going to get to Shazi right in front of the scorer's table here. I'm not sure if it's a Charlie horse or a cramp here. They're working on the area above the knee. Redmond will take a 30-second timeout as they'll get Derek Mason in here. Well, actually, it's going to be a full. We'll take a break. 60 seconds. 34-31. Redmond by 3. Back after this on 1050 WLIP. Vikings get it in following the Redmond timeout. Orange driving left side, going over Weiser, missing. Perry with the rebound. Took it away from Dolmeyer. 34-31 Redmond. Kamal Shazi being tended to on the sideline, so Derek Mason in for him. Mason, Thomas, Cruz, Perry, and Weiser. Mason high on the right. At the right elbow, now middle of the floor to Weiser. Left side it goes to Thomas. Thomas puts it on the floor on Ebel. Jump stop. Tries to shovel it to Perry. Got a block foul before he got in the halo. Foul's going to go on Dolmeyer, his first, third on the Vikings. Redmond will inbound left to the basket. Up top to Derek Mason, back inside to Cruz. Cruz going hard, draws the foul. Dolmeyer again. Again, on inbounds plays under the basket, you got to be aware of the man inbounding the ball. Keep track of him, and the Vikings lost track of Cruz. Once it went up top to Mason, he found Cruz back in the middle of the paint. Cruz missing free throws here now. 3 for 6 at the line. The Redmen just 6 of 13 tonight. Man, Carthage a little over 70% at the stripe, but tonight just 46% free throw shooting. And he missed the second. Wow, in a close ball game. Missed them both. The rebound to Benning. Vikings will bring it down. Chance to tie. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line. Crawls over the rim and down for Ebel. 8 points tonight. 34-33, Redmond lead down to 1. Mason high on the right, at the right elbow, up top to Weiser. Back to Mason, guarded by Orange. Now puts it on the floor, trying to get past Orange. Bumped off by Dolmeyer and stepped out of bounds. Made contact with Dolmeyer underneath. Mason, right foot, over the end line. Third turnover of the half, 12th of the night for the Redmen. Chance for the Vikings to take the lead here. Ebel around the Dolmeyer screen, pulls up at the free throw line, back iron miss. Dolmeyer gets the rebound, now kicks it back out. On the right side, Benning, back up top to Kellen. Now to Orange. Orange free throw line pull-up jumper over Perry, no good. Rebound Thomas. Perry just enough bother, just enough reach. Got to put a little more height on that jump shot. Thomas will settle it down. Cruz on the right wing. Gave up the dribble, finds Weiser. Back to Cruz on the right side. Now leads it into Perry. Perry going over Dolmeyer. Maybe hook, won't go. Rebound Orange. Orange pushing the tempo. Orange down the floor. Orange coast to coast. Laid it short. They're going to call a foul. Foul on the Redmen, either Weiser or Cruz. It's going to go on Weiser, his second. This will put Orange at the free throw line. Orange 1 for 2 at the stripe tonight. He has 7 points. For the season, 65% at the line. Knocks down the first. Simon will check in, along with Youngblood and Ferguson. Second free throw by Orange on the way, good. 2 for 2. He will come out as Sortillo will check back in for the Vikings, who have a lead now, 35-34. Neither team has led by more than 6 tonight. Old-fashioned CCIW battle tonight. Carthage won here at home last year in overtime, 74-70. Perry down low, going hard, was fouled. Perry got that pass leaning into the right block, got hammered by Donovan Ferguson. This will put Brad Perry on the free throw line, shooting 2. The second foul on Ferguson. Perry has struggled at the line tonight. Redmond have missed 3 consecutive free throws now as Perry comes up empty. Perry just 2 for 5 at the line. My goodness. 1 for 2 that trip, ties the game at 35. 14-15 to play here in the second half. Simon, top of the circle, right side, Sortillo, or excuse me, Kellen. Now to Sortillo, back to Simon. Trying to work around the screen. Simon leans in with the right hand, missing. Ball loose in the paint. Still loose, goes out of bounds, and we got a held ball. Tom O'Neill says, I can't tell who touched it last. There were 3 or 4 hands in there. So it goes out of bounds. They'll give the held ball and the possession arrow to the Vikings. No help out from either officials up top. Substitutions here for the Vikings as Youngblood will come out. Benning checks back in. Benning will inbound now to Sortillo. Sortillo lost Thomas, fires it up and hits. Actually lost Mason. Got a nice screen up top, set by Ferguson that time. Able to shoot over that. 7 now for Sortillo. 37-35 Vikings. Now Mason. No look pass to Perry down the right side. Missed the shot. Perry was in between there. He wanted to either go glass or dunk it. Didn't. And Sortillo makes him pay the other way. Back-to-back buckets by Dylan Sortillo. And the Vikings back up by 4. Yeah, Perry had that ball in the right block. Wasn't sure if he was going to dunk it or lay it in. Kind of an in-between. Didn't matter. He missed it. Now Mason for 3. Knocks down the triple in front of the student section. Brings his team back to within 1. D-Money with 5. 13 minutes to play. 39-38. Vikings up by 1. To get it inside, little floater, no good. Mason able to get the rebound, and going over the back was Ferguson. Mason had position that time on Benning. And then as he got that rebound, had screened Benning away, and Ferguson came crashing in, committing the foul, his third. So Benning now with 3. Micah Martin on the bench with 4. He committed 2 quick fouls in the first 90 seconds of the second half. Now Cruz with it. Up top to Weiser. Now to Jordan Thomas. Back to Cruz. They've done a good job keeping Thomas quiet tonight. Thomas now kick back to Weiser. Now to Cruz with 6 on the shot clock. Cruz working on Sortillo. Back to Weiser. Deep 3. No good. Ball loose inside. It'll be a shot clock violation again. Weiser taking a wild 3. 0 for 2 tonight. 1 for his last 13, going back the last 2 ball games. Pugliese will check in now for the Redmen. He'll replace Weiser. 39-38 Vikings. Again, neither team has led by more than 6. Carthage by 6, Vikings by 5. Ebel with it, guarded by Thomas. To Sortillo, inside it goes. Dolmeyer working on Perry. Blocked from behind. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Perry. Perry thought he got all ball that time, but picks up his 4th foul. Did just about everything right to stay with Dolmeyer, but picks up his 4th foul. Sean Johnson at the ready following the first free throw here by Dolmeyer. First trip to the line tonight for Dolmeyer. Knocks that one down. Dolmeyer coming off a 10-point game against North Central Wednesday night. As Perry will sit down. Sean Johnson in. Dolmeyer hits both free throws. Vikings up by 3, 41-38 with 12:05 to play. Thomas across midcourt. Gets it off to Pugliese. Up top to Cruz. Left side it goes to Thomas. Well, Ebel has done a great job on Thomas tonight. Down to Johnson. Got the pass in the paint. Oh, in one motion. Got it with the left hand. Transferred to the right hand and laid it up low right. Sean Johnson with 4. 41-40. Now Sortillo. Got around Johnson. The teardrop falls up the right side. Sortillo starting to find it now here in this second half. Held to just 2 points in the first half, now has 11. 9 here in the second half. Mason, bothered by Orange, finds Johnson now. Johnson back up top, it goes to Thomas with 11 on the shot clock. Around the Cruz screen goes Thomas. Jordan Thomas. Got around Sortillo, lays it up with the left hand and in. Thomas hung with it. Sortillo tried to stay with him, a couple of shoulder fakes, and then Thomas blew around Sortillo for the layup. 8 tonight for Sortillo. Now Ebel around Thomas. And we got a contact in the paint and a foul called on the Redmen. Derek Mason got a hand in there. He picks up his 2nd foul, 4th team foul on the Redmen. Vikings with 6 team fouls here. That's Bosco. Way out near the center stripe. I'm not sure what that was. Inbound here as Sortillo catches the inbound pass, working on Pugliese, now inside Dolmeyer. Dolmeyer traveled, laid it up and in. Shuffled the feet as he tried to get around Johnson. Could have been a traveling call, none there. Dolmeyer able to finish with 6. 45-42, Vikings by 3. Cruz now at the center circle, working on Sortillo. Now kick to the corner, Pugliese out of the right corner with it. Gives it up to Thomas with 7 on the shot clock. Thomas again fighting hard, got to the basket. Tipped by Johnson, no. Got his own rebound though, and reloads out to Mason. Mason now. Kick to the corner, Thomas out of the right side, stepped on the end line and turned it over. Thomas was parked on that right corner, and as he made the catch, his left foot slipped over the end line. Vikings will bring it down. Midway through the second half, leading 45-42. Redmond just 3 for 13 here in this, or I should say 4 for 12 here in this second half. Vikings 7 of 17 here in the second half. Benning with it, works it inside. Dolmeyer finishes low right with the layup. Back-to-back buckets by Dolmeyer. Largest lead of the game now for the Vikings at 5, 47-42. 9:35 to play. Thomas at the left elbow, now up top to Cruz. Cruz trying to work on Sortillo, and it knocked out of bounds. Double deflection, went off of Dolmeyer. Last to touch. He and Johnson battling for that carom, and Dolmeyer was the last to touch it. Carthage will inbound left to the basket as Thomas will come out. Kamal Shaji back in. Shazi, you remember, left here early in the second half. Either a cramp or a Charlie horse. He's back out there now. Cruz, top of the circle. Again, puts it on the floor, drives on Sortillo, dumps to the left corner. Mason knocked to the floor. Restriction of movement there. That's your call. Brett Benning putting Mason on the floor. That's the 7th team foul now by the Vikings. Redmond are at the bonus, but free throw line shooting has not been a bonus tonight at all for the Redmond. They're 7 of 16. Derek Mason at the line. Mason connects. 4 for 4 at the line on the season now for Derek Mason. Second one good. 2 for 2 for D Money. Cuts the deficit to 3, 47-44, 9:10 to play. Orange with it, top of the circle, guarded by Shazi. Gets it to Dolmeyer, top of the circle. Back to Orange. Orange now. Takes it into traffic. Back out to Benning for 3. That's no good. Pogles with a big rebound. He'll give it up to Shazi. Again, Micah Martin on the bench with 4 for the Vikings. Brad Perry with 4 fouls on the bench for the Redmen. Cruz now works it off to Shazi. Up top to Pogles. Back to Shazi on the right wing. Back to Pogles. Thought about the 3. Will fire over Benning. That's way wild off the glass. Deflects to Orange. Krishan Orange. Jump stop. Drew the foul. Derek Mason picking up the foul, his 3rd. 5th team foul on the Redmen. That jump stop move got Mason off his feet just a little and forced to reach. Jordan Thomas will check back in now for Derek Mason. Actually for Pogles. 47-44 Vikings with 8:19 to play. Try and get it in. Was knocked away by Johnson out of bounds underneath. Ebel will trigger the inbound right of the basket. All the way up top, throws it all the way in the backcourt to Sortillo. Back to Ebel. Ebel now got away from Mason. Tried to go up and over Johnson. Missed the shot. Dolmeyer with the rebound, and with Dolmeyer fouled low left, will get to the line to shoot 2. Good job by Johnson. Didn't start flailing around. He just kept his ground underneath. Forced Ebel to go around him, and then in the ensuing scramble for the rebound, Dolmeyer, low left, fouled. 6th team foul now on the Redmen. Dolmeyer knocks down the free throw. Dolmeyer with 9 tonight. He's in averaging 3 points per game, but looking at back-to-back double-figure games here. And he does. 10 points now for Dolmeyer. He will check out. Micah Martin back in, along with Simon. Martin on the floor with 4 fouls. See if they can work the ball into Johnson and work on Martin here a little bit. Full court press put on by the Vikings. Token press is now they'll retreat across midcourt. 8 minutes to play, Redmond down 5. Shazi high on the right. Guarded by Ebel. Puts it on the floor, bumped, gets it off to Mason. Mason in the left corner. Bumped, no foul called. Tip up by Johnson off the miss, no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Youngblood. Now let's see, they'll run the weave up top here, as they always do. And poked away by Mason. Stole away from Ebel. Mason coming down the right side. Mason fouled, couldn't finish, but will get to the line to shoot 2. Youngblood was the last man back. Mason tried to deke him and then go hard to the basket. Youngblood picks up the foul, that's his 4th. So Martin with 4, Youngblood with 4 for the Vikings. Brad Perry on the bench with 4 for the Redmen as Mason knocks down his 3rd straight free throw. There are your foul totals if you're watching on the video. Martin and Youngblood each with 4, Ferguson and Benning with 3. Mason 4 for 4 at the line. We'll take a breather here as Weiser will check in now for the Redmen. Carthage back to within 3 with 7:28 to play. Spread it out just a little bit here. Ebel works around the screen, forces it inside Martin. Martin lost the ball in the paint, taken away by Weiser inside. Johnson did a nice job, held his ground on the right block. Martin lost control of it, and Weiser came away with it. Now Thomas at the left elbow with Krishan Orange on his hip. Now gets it off to Shazi. Shazi spinning, knocked to the floor. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul on the Redmen. Shazi picking up the offensive foul. Boy, we've had another look at that. Calling Shazi for the wipe away as he was going on that spin move to the basket, and picks up his 3rd. 6:50 remaining. Vikings up 3. Very entertaining game tonight. Somehow got to get that 5th foul on Micah Martin as Shazi takes the charge. Tit for tat. Shazi got called for the offensive foul. He sets himself up on the defensive end and takes a charge. That'll go on Benning. That's his 4th. So Benning, Martin, and Youngblood each with 4. Dolmeyer back in. He's going to replace Micah Martin. Yeah, they got to get Martin off the floor here. Save him. Again, full court pressure here. Weiser looking to get it in. And 5-second count. Weiser turns it over on a 5-second count. Vikings will get the ball now right of their own basket with 6:37 to play. Hey, you got 4 timeouts in your pocket, just call the timeout. Sortillo now up top for Orange. Now to Simon. Sortillo, Orange, Simon. Benning and Dolmeyer out there for the Vikings. Just running the weave up top. Shot clock down to 13. Orange now tied up. Nowhere to go. Bounce feed to Dolmeyer. Dolmeyer back up top to Orange. Orange a deep 3. That one's off the side of the rim. No good, but Benning able to sneak inside Weiser. Low right with the stick back. Benning with 4. Lead back to 5 here for the Vikings. They've led by no more than 5 tonight. Carthage led by no more than 6. Ball loose inside, knocked away by Johnson. Back to Shazi. Shazi fouled? No, traveled. There was contact by Krishan Orange. That bumped Shazi off his spot, but the official said he shuffled the feet before the contact. Another costly turnover for the Redmen. That's 7 here in the second half, 16 on the night. About 9 too many. Now steal by Mason. Oh, and he lost it out of bounds. took it away from Ebel. Now, did they have possession here? What's the shot clock here? You got to reset that shot clock. There was no possession gained by Derek Mason, so we need to get the shot clock back to 24, and we do. 5:40 to play. Vikings at midcourt, Ebel with it. Dolmeyer coming out to set the screen. Knocked Mason off. Ebel shoots and hits. Largest lead of the game now at 7 for the Vikings, 53-46. 5:25 to play. Thomas across midcourt. Brad Perry going to check back in. Next dead ball for the Redmen. Pugliese gives it off to Cruz, right side. Cruz driving on Benning. Reverse layup left side. Counted and one. Cruz moving right to left. Reversing with the left hand underneath. Got it to go. The foul on Benning. That's his 5th. Check that. They'll call it on Dolmeyer, his 3rd. Cruz for the and one as Johnson will come out. Perry back in for the Redmen. Free throw upcoming for Brad Cruz. And they miss. Boy, the Redmen have had opportunities at the line tonight. 11 for 21 in a 5-point game. Imagine what could happen. Betrayed at the line. Simon now with it. High on the left. Got a screen by Dolmeyer. Dribbles around Perry. Goes around Cruz. And we got a foul on Brad Cruz. His 2nd, 8th team foul. So now each team in the bonus. Carthage in the double bonus the rest of the way out. Simon now for the 1-and-1. Simon hits the free throw. First point tonight. Check the first free throw at the line tonight for Simon. He has 3. Second one good. Krishan Orange will come in for Benning. 55-48. Vikings by 7, under 5 minutes to play. Thomas brings it up from the backcourt. Gets it across to Cruz. Guarded by Sortillo, inside Perry. Perry working on Dolmeyer. Perry, double team. Back out to Pugliese, touch pass to Thomas, left corner 3, got it! Jordan Thomas from Pugliese. Thomas now in double figures with 11. Ebel trying to go up and over. Oh, they got away with a foul there. Perry took the hatchet on Ebel, no call. Back the other way, Mason for 3, in and out. It was halfway down and popped out. Oh. Remains a 4-point game. Vikings with the ball. 4:05 to play. Orange gets it to Sortillo. Leans in over Pugliese, missing. Ball tipped out. Cruz able to pick it up. Dolmeyer tried to tap it back out, went off his fingertips, and Cruz tracked it down. Cruz will back it off. Under 4 minutes to go now. Thomas going up over Dolmeyer and hits. Dolmeyer kind of backed off a little bit. Didn't want to pick up his 4th foul. Allowed Thomas to get in. Timeout, Augustana. Full timeout. We'll take a break. 3.5 minutes to go here in Kenosha. Augustana with a 2-point lead. 55-53 over your Carthage. LIP. 3:31 to play. Redmond down 2, 55-53. Thomas, Cruz, Mason, Perry, and Pogles for the Redmond. Ebel, Orange, Sortillo, Simon, and Dolmeyer for the Vikings. Viking basketball, Orange with it. Around the Dolmeyer screen. Now works it up top. Sortillo, top of the circle, and able to hit just below the arc. 57-53. Vikings back up by 4. Neither team has led by more than 7 tonight. Now Mason into Perry. Perry backing down, right block, turns, shoots short. Battle for the rebound, pulled in by Benning. Well, Perry a little bit off his spot that time as that ball kicked now by Pogles out of bounds. Vikings will keep possession underneath the basket. Ebel looking to trigger and just got it in. Orange with it. Hands it off to Ebel. That was nearly a 5-second count. Sortillo now works it to Dolmeyer. Now we got a whistle and a foul. Cruz got tangled up inside with Benning. This will put Benning at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. For Cruz, that's his 3rd. Benning pretty much automatic at the line. This is his first trip tonight. He's 15 for 16 on the season. Makes the front end. Weiser back in, replacing Perry now for the Redmond. And Perry with 4 fouls. Gonna take a quick breather here. Second one on the way by Benning is good. Simon will come in now for the Vikings. He's going to replace Benning. Benning with 6 points tonight. Redmond down 6. They'll bring it in from the back court. Cruz going all the way, lays it up. Oh, and it fell off. It went up the left side. Dolmeyer clears the rebound out to Orange. 2:20 to play as the Vikings will pull it back out here, up by 6. Chance to make it a 3-possession game here. Simon to the left side, guarded by Weiser. Through the top of the circle, back to Orange. Orange pulls up at the free throw line and hits. Cruz started to come out, kind of backed off, and Orange able to hit the jumper. 8-point lead now for Vikings, under 2 minutes to play. Mason with it, high on the right. Mason now. Scoop with the left hand, couldn't get it to fall, but drew the foul. Redmond have to start making their free throws. That's the storyline tonight. Carthage, 11 of 21 at the line. The Vikings, 13 of 15, including 10 of 10 here in the second half. Carthage unable to hit at the free throw line tonight. Mason took a spill behind the basket, back under his own power, but he too cramping up here. Mason shooting 2 here. Derek with 9 points tonight, make it 10. Benning will come in for Simon. Shazi gonna check in for Mason here. We'll have to wait. Derek Mason, 10 points tonight. Boy, he's been solid off the bench all season long. Now makes a second free throw. He has 11. 2-possession game here with 1:48 to play. Redmond will press here. Ebel trying to get around Thomas. Now tied up by Cruz. Nowhere to go, trying to lead Sortillo at the right elbow. Now Sortillo will bring it back out. Sortillo working on Pogles. Back over to Benning. Benning now up top to Orange. 1.5 to play. Orange now working on Weiser. Had that left hand out, nearly pushed Weiser away. Now it comes inside and draws the foul. Weaved his way into the paint that time and got fouled. Shazi picking up the foul. That's his 4th. Double bonus the rest of the way out for each team. Orange with 11 points tonight. He's 3 of 4 at the line. And that one off the heel and down. Shooter's touch that time. Makes it a 3-possession game with 1:19 to go. Hit them both. Simon back in, this time for Dolmeyer. Cruz to trigger the inbound to Thomas. Redmond down 8 here with 1:16 to play. Thomas on the drive around Sortillo, count it, and one. Sortillo left his feet, then reached in, trying to prevent Thomas from shooting low left, commits the foul. Thomas with the bucket, 15 tonight for Jordan Thomas. Chance for the and one here. In and out. Oh, that's been the storyline tonight. Redmond would be in front had it not been for the free throw line tonight. Now Ebel had it stripped away. Thomas got it back to Weiser under a minute to play. Gets it back to Thomas. He'll come across midcourt. Thomas on the drive, left side, going hard, in and out. Oh my. Running up the left side, got the foul. It curled around the rim twice and fell out. And again, Thomas will go to the free throw line, but a timeout, Augustana. 53 seconds to go here in Kenosha. Thomas will be at the line to shoot 2. A full timeout taken here by the Vikings. We'll keep it here. Tonight's Redmond basketball game brought to you in part by Armored Seal Coating for patching, crack filling, and striping. You don't call them, it's your own asphalt. By Luigi's Pizzeria, dine-in, takeout, and delivery, 39th Avenue, just south of Highway 50. Anastos Motors, get a 2-year maintenance program with any car you buy. 53 seconds to go. Each team in the double bonus. Carthage with 4 timeouts remaining. Augustana with 3. Possession arrow favoring the Redmond. Thomas will be at the line to shoot a pair. Redmond have missed 11 free throws tonight. 13 of 24. That's the difference. They've had the advantage at the line, could not capitalize at the line tonight. They've hung with the Vikings on the boards, 34-31 in favor of the Vikings. Thomas' first free throw, in. Thomas averaging 19 points a game, sitting at 16 here as Derek Mason in for Shazi. One more toss here for Thomas. And it's a 4-point game, 63-59. Ebel with it in the backcourt. Thomas on top of him, looking for the trap. They get it away to Sortillo. Sortillo down the floor, got it to Benning. Benning will lay it up and in. Parked on the left block that time, got the pass from Sortillo, able to lay it in. 6-point game, 2 possession, 39 seconds to play. Thomas 3 on the straight. Rolls out, no. Rebound, Orange. Had it tied up, and now we got a whistle and a foul. Near tie up that time. Redmond forced a foul, and a chance now for the Vikings to put this one away. Double bonus here for Christian Orange. 13 points tonight. Orange 5 of 6 at the line. He missed. Front end miss that time by Orange. If he makes this one, he'll make it a 2-possession or 3-possession game with 32 seconds, and he does. Timeout, Vikings, 30-second timeout. They have 2 remaining. Well, Redmond will have the week off. They will be back on the floor at Grand Rapids on Saturday the 16th against Calvin. Van Noort Arena in Grand Rapids. First of 5 straight on the road for the Redmond. They will be back home not until the new year, January 10th. So almost a 30-day away from home. What a ball game, though. The Redmen have been in this one all night. Vikings led by no more than 8. Redmen no more by 6. Free throws, though, doom the Redmen tonight. Thomas now on the drive. Goes up over Orange, banks it, missed. Rebound inside Simon, and that'll do it. 20 seconds to go. Redmen forced to foul. And now the Vikings can put an exclamation point on this one to pick up the win on the road. A hard-fought ball game here tonight. And they did this without Micah Martin tonight. In foul trouble very early. Picked up 2 quick fouls here in the start of the second half. Got his 4th. Limited his minutes tonight, but that's just how deep this Viking team is. They didn't need him tonight. It's been Orange, Ebel, and Sortillo tonight. And now another timeout taken here following the 2 free throws by Orange, who has 16 tonight. 68-59, 9-point game with 18 seconds to play. Redmen, like I said, they were in this game. The difference, Redmen missing free throws tonight, uncharacteristically. Again, they come in tonight as a team, 72% from the line. Tonight, just 57%, 15-26. You make 5 or 6 of those free throws that you missed, maybe a different story here tonight. But the Vikings looking to get to 2-0 in the conference. And again, Redmen they go down to Illinois Wesleyan on the road and win last Saturday. They come up here at home against the co-champion North Park. Blow out the Vikings here. So to be at 2-1, Roscoe and I talked about that Wednesday night. To be 2-0 at this point, you take it. 2-1, you're somewhat disappointed. Thomas now on the drive, going high and lays it in. Play continues here. Redmen not going to take a timeout. They're going to foul here in the backcourt. Ebel will take the foul. He will shoot 2 here with 9 seconds to go. And the Vikings 18 for 21 at the line tonight. Redmen 15-26. Everything else pretty much equal. 36-31 on the glass. 14 turnovers by Augustana, 16 by the Redmen. As Ebel makes them both. All over but the shouting now. 9-point deficit, 7 seconds to play. Thomas to Weiser. 3 on the way. That's in and out, no good. Loose ball. Cruz has it, puts it up at the buzzer, but the Vikings prevail here tonight, winning by 9, 70-61. As Augustana now goes to 6-1 overall, 2-0 in the conference. Evens their road mark now at 1-1 on the year. 70-61 your final. Redmen, for their part, dropped to 5-3 overall and 2-1 in conference play. 70-61, Vikings by 9. We'll take a 2-minute break, back to run the numbers and visit with Bosko Jurikovic. All of that coming in our postgame right after this 2-minute timeout on AM 1050 WLIP. Scott, how are we on breaks? Okay. Carthage College basketball on AM 1050 WLIP and WLIP.com, brought to you in part by Armored Seal Coating. That's armoredsealcoating.com. By Anastos Motors. Schedule your next service appointment at anastosmotors.com. By Triangle Flooring, Furniture, and Appliance Center on Highway 50 and 39th Avenue in Kenosha. Luigi's Restaurant. For their best pizza, dine-in, take-out, and delivery, 39th Avenue, just south of Highway 50. By Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, east of I-94 and Highway 50. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. S.J. Crystal's Menswear. They're located on the corner of 57th Street and 6th Avenue in beautiful downtown Kenosha. For the finest in men's fashions, it's always S.J. Crystal's. Mason's Eatery and Pub, Highway 50 just west of Green Bay Road. Don't be a chain eater, eat at Mason's. And by Dave's American Discount Muffler, honest and dependable service on Sheridan Road in Kenosha. By Something Different, a sports fan's fantasy land, downtown Kenosha on 6th Avenue, open 7 days a week until Christmas, or order online at NFLmerch.com. By Wingstop of Kenosha on Highway 50, they are the wing experts. By Coliseum Games, southeastern Wisconsin's premier game store, just east of 60th Avenue on 75th Street. By the good folks at Ruffalo's 2 Pizzeria and Family Restaurant. That's on 45th Street, just west of 39th Avenue. And by Kenosha Nissan. Check them out online at kenoshanissan.com. Fantastic ball game here tonight in Kenosha. Both teams going tooth and nail right down to the final minute here. Neither team led by more than 6 throughout much of this game. Redmond had the halftime lead, 30-26, but gave that lead up with about 6 minutes into the second half on a pair of Krishan Orange free throws that gave the Vikings a 35-34 lead with 14.5 minutes remaining, a lead that the Vikings would not give up. Carthage would pull to within 1 a couple of times. The last time at 11-minute mark on a Jordan Thomas layup that made it 43-42. Carthage would get no closer than 2 the rest of the way out, as the Vikings just too much coming at the Redmen here tonight. And really the Redmen, their own worst enemy tonight. We'll talk about that in a moment. But Carthage got no closer than 2 with 3.5 minutes left on a Jordan Thomas layup. That made it 55-53. The Redmen
whole game was North Park, and of course, Wheaton double overtime over Elmhurst, and Wheaton always does a good job at Elmhurst.
I don't know if we have the updated standings. I don't know if John's got those updated yet, but taking a look at the standings now, it's just again going to be another war this year in the CCIW with everybody bunched up yet here early on. You got a 2-0 Augustana. You've got North Central now at 2-1. You've
1-2 North Central, 2-1 us, 2-1 Wesley, 2-1 Elmhurst, 2-1 Wheaton.
Yep.
So
the new year's going to be fun.
It is that, but win tonight, making it 3-0 would have been a better thing. And hey, we didn't get it done, Johnny. Thanks for everything. We'll see you next week.
You bet,
and,
Bosco.
See what we can get done.
You
Appreciate
bet, Bosco.
it.
Thank you for coming up. Bosco Jurikovic on our post game here tonight on a short end of a 70-61 decision by the fourth-ranked Augustana Vikings. And as we run through the numbers again, Redmond 39% shooting tonight, 21 of 53, just 9 of 25 in the second half. 4 for 19 shooting the three. Redmond a little bit low on the three-point shot, but 4 of 19, 21%, 15 of 26 at the line. That's really what we're looking at here. Missed 11 free throws tonight, 57% at the line. Rebounding, you take a look at the rebounds, out-rebounded by 4, 36-32. 12 assists by the Redmen, 10 by the Vikings, and turnovers almost even there, 16 by the Redmen, 14 by Carthage, or by the Vikings. Vikings getting 18 points off of the 16 turns. Redmond with 12 points off of the 14 turns by the Vikings. Second chance points, 7-6 in favor of Carthage. Carthage in the paint, outscoring Augustana 28-26 tonight. And the bench by Augustana outscoring the Redmen 16-15. Leading scorers for the Redmen was Jordan Thomas with 19, Brad Perry with 13, Derek Mason with 11. It was Brad Cruz with 9, and 4 points each for Kamal Shazi and Sean Johnson. Johnson did a nice job, played 17 minutes tonight for the 6'10 freshman. I thought he held his own and got some confidence as the game wore on tonight. He finished with 4 points and 5 rebounds tonight in 17 minutes because of Brad Perry foul trouble tonight. Perry getting his fourth foul midway through the second half. Meanwhile, for Augustana, they get 4 players in double figures. Krishan Orange with 16, Dylan Sortillo with 13, 12 for Nolan Ebel, and A.J. Dolmeyer off the bench for the second consecutive night, scoring 10 points. He had 10 in the win over North Central on Wednesday. Tonight he was a 10-6, 10 points, 6 rebounds in 20 minutes of play. Micah Martin was in foul trouble, as I said, picked up his third and fourth foul within a couple of seconds of each other early in this second half, probably before the 90 seconds were up here in this second half, and ended up on the bench for only playing 12 minutes tonight. Brett Benning with 8, 4 for Lucas Simon, and 2 for Roman Youngblood. Austin Elridge, Joe Kellen, and Donovan Ferguson played, did not score for the Vikings. Vikings 13 of 28 in that second half, 46%, just 1 for 4 shooting the three in the second half, but 17 of 18 at the line. For the game tonight, the Vikings 24 of 54, 44%, 2 of 9 for the three, 22%, and 20 of 23 at the line. They out-rebound the Redmen 36-32. They get 10 assists to Carthage's 12, and 2 blocks and 4 steals tonight. The Redmen with 2 blocks and 8 steals, 4 of them by Derek Mason. So the Redmen need to rebound here, and they'll have a week to get it in order, as they will be at Calvin College in Grand Rapids on Saturday night. And we will not have a broadcast for you of that game. We instead will have the home game with the Lady Reds that Saturday, a 3 o'clock tip. Lady Reds a winner tonight, 74-67 over Augustana tonight. So our next broadcast will be next Saturday, 1 week from tonight, a 2:45 pregame, a 3 o'clock tip, the Lady Reds non-conference action against the Knox College Prairie Fire. We'll have it for you beginning at 2:45 next Saturday. Big thank you tonight to John Voinovich producing our video stream here along with Mike Love. Big thank you again to Scott DeLabio. Good to have him on board as our engineer back at our Pleasant Prairie studios. I'm John Weiser. Wish we had better news tonight, but we take a split. Lady Reds with a 74-67 win. The Redmen fall to 4th-ranked Augustana tonight, 70-61 in the nightcap. Until next Saturday, have a great week, everyone. Thank you for tuning into Carthage Athletics heard exclusively on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050, WLIP Kenosha. Good night, everyone.